Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I have 35 Olive and June press-on nails to show you guys. I'm gonna do a little haul at the first portion of this video, and then I'm going to unbox one and apply them and just give a review on the Olive and June press-on nails, as well as give you guys some tips and tricks on how to apply the nails and just make them last as long as possible. So let's get started with the haul here. We first have these cute little stars with some accent kind of purple chrome. We have these little abstract purple ones, short. I probably won't say the length for all of them because you probably can see it right here on camera. These are medium. They are called CDJ Sundance Shimmer Party. So I noticed some of them have names and then some of them don't. So I will probably mention the name if they do have a name. If not, then I just won't say the name because they don't have the name. These are cute little dark red, kind of burgundy French tips here. These got jumbled around, but these are just some navy blue short, or no, they're extra short, so this is what their extra short looks like. And the color is called OMG. These are Obsessed. We have a little bit of a subtle ombre going on. It might be hard to tell on camera, but these are actually red. They're just really dark red, which I love. I think they're really pretty and cool looking. These are called CV, another extra short, BP. I don't know why are all the colors, or not all of them, but why are some of the colors just like BP and what was the other one, CV? Like, why not think of a more creative name, you know? This one is called You Are Invited, which is a little bit more creative than the other ones I mentioned, but I don't know what the other ones stand for. Like, I don't know what the BP and CV is all about, but that's what they're called. So, this is called Strawberry Scone. See, like, I really like that name. I think that is a really cute and creative name. Strawberry Scone. This one is Besties, a dark green, kind of emerald green. Okay, these are my all-time favorite. They're like a chrome and they're so shiny. They really give that mirror effect. Just look at that. And the name of this is Sheer Lavender Shimmer. And I do want to mention, I did get these a little while ago, so they might not still sell all of these designs. I'm not 100% sure. This one is a cute little chrome pink French tip. I always love my chrome. CCT gradient. I don't really see the gradient very well. Must be just a really subtle white gradient type of thing. Here we have lava. And I will go ahead and compare the lengths, all of the length options after I'm done showing you guys these nails. This is called Pink Glitter Gradient. I do really like those too. Those are pretty. Art Class. It almost looks like a black, but I think it might be just a really dark blue. Okay, these are the long ones. I don't have very many longs, but this is what their long length looks like. And they don't have a name, but they're just kind of some pink and purple French tips, as you can see. These have some purple ones called Bold and Unshaken. These pretty little silver glitter ones, they're called Silver Glitter Gradient. Fig Ranch. some floral ones. These don't have a name. 100% chance. Okay, now these look black. I mean, they could be like a really dark blue, but they look black to me. These are, they don't have a name. These don't have a name, but they have these little jelly, kind of a pinkish coral jelly, and then they have these accent nails with some gold glare. Definitely a good variety. I do like how they offer like solid colors, but then they also have some fun ones with the designs and accent nails, so I do like the variety. These are some chrome French tips, it looks like. We have these cute little butterflies. And also these nails are very practical. None of them are really very long, so a lot of people could wear these even if you do use your hands a lot. And they do have extra short options, as you saw. This is called Pink Goldfish. We got some nice chrome. I think those are one of my favorites too. I just really love all of the chrome ones. Just so pretty. We got some more jelly, pink jelly. Okay, we're almost done here, just a few more. These are called GH. These don't have a name, but they're kind of the white French tip, except they didn't fill the French tip in. Ooh, these are really cute. We have some more floral pink flowers with some greenery. These are some pink cheetah prints French tips. Ooh, these really scream summer. They're called Neon Lines. Last one, we have Field Day. Kind of a really bright orange. I'm gonna go ahead and lay out each size that I have. So these are extra short. These are short. These are medium. And then these are long. And I'm gonna go ahead and unbox all of these so you can see the length comparison. So here is the size comparison. I might not have them lined up perfectly, but I tried my best. And as you can see, there is a very subtle difference in the sizes, except for the extra long. That's where you can tell the most difference. But for the extra short, short, and medium, there's just a very subtle difference, which I'm actually kind of surprised. But if you do look pretty closely, you can tell that each one does get slightly longer. And it also does probably depend on the shape. For example, almond and stiletto tend to be longer than round and square. I'm also unsure if they have any other sizes, such as extra extra short or extra extra long, but these are all of the sizes I personally have. Like I said, I do really like that they provide a range of sizes and that they provide extra short ones. Now this might not fit my nail perfectly, but you can kind of see the extra short one. And it does really depend on your nail beds. I feel like my nail beds are kind of average to long. So if you have really short nail beds, then they might look a little bit longer on you. If you have really long nail beds, they might look a little shorter on you. So that's the short, and then the medium. So here we go. This is the long one. Pretty good length to it, but still practical. I am going to go ahead and unbox one now and show you everything that comes in the Olive and June press-on nail kits. So of course we have the nails on top, and there are more nails, and I think it actually says, yeah, 42 nails. It comes with 42 nails. That is more than enough. So here's more of the nails right there. And then you get your glue. You get a nail file. Well, file on one side and then buff on the other. So a 2-in-1. And then of course you get your wooden cuticle pusher. We have the instructions. And then lastly, there is an alcohol wipe. So you really do get everything you need to apply the press-on nails. And going back to the nails really quickly, I did want to mention they are very sturdy. They feel really strong to me. I would say just as sturdy as if you make your own press-on nails at home with gel polish. I don't think they would be breaking unless you're doing something crazy. And of course they are just slightly thinner near the cuticle area, so there's not like a huge bump and it looks a little more natural. And they are also pre-etched on the underside, so you don't have to worry about filing the underside. So this is the largest size, this is the smallest size, and the largest size is just way too big for my thumbnail, and the smallest size is way too small for my pinky nail. So you can see that they have a very large range of sizes, and if you have really large nail beds, you won't have to worry. If you have smaller nail beds, you don't have to worry. So I do really appreciate that, because some press-on nails, they just don't have that many sizes, and if you do have larger than average or smaller than average nails, then they might not be fitting correctly. And I just really love that about the Olive and June press-on nails. Now for the hard part, I'm trying to decide which ones I want to apply for this video. So I'm choosing between 3 of them. I wanted to do one with a design rather than just a solid color, just because I feel like it'll pop out a little bit better for the thumbnail, and also I just really like the ones with designs. I don't know. It's hard to choose. I think I am going to go with this one today. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Olive and June nails and which one is your favorite color or design. I do know they also make other products like nail polish, and I could be wrong, but I feel like I've seen ads for Olive and June gel polish. So I'm not sure, but if they do make gel polish, I definitely want to try it out. So I have everything laid out ready to go. I am just going to start by sizing out my nails. So I'll do an example on my thumbnail. I found this nail that looked pretty close to my size, but it is a little small. It doesn't sit down onto my nail all the way unless I push it down, and then now it's squeezing my nail. So it is just slightly too small for me. And then I go over to the next size, which by the way, you can see the size on the underside of the top of the nail. I went to the next size, and this one is not squeezing my nail. I don't have to push down to make it fit, but it is a little bit big. As you can see, it's kind of going over my nail onto my skin, but I am going to choose this one over the smaller one because I am going to just go ahead and file the sides to make it fit my nail so it's not laying on my skin and only applied to my natural nail. And I am going to go ahead and do that whole process on all of my nails so I can find the correct size. And a little tip, since there are so many nails to kind of go through, the ones that don't fit any of my nails, I just throw in a separate container. Right now I'm just using the container that everything came in. So that way I know none of these fit any of my nails, so I don't need to look at these again. So that's just a little tip to keep everything organized. So here they all are. I also did want to mention, sometimes with the round shape like this one is, it's kind of confusing if it goes this way or this way because each end is kind of rounded, as you can see. So in order to tell which way it's supposed to go, just look on the back. The top is going to be where the number is, and then the bottom is going to be the Olive and June logo. And the reason I mention that is because I have accidentally applied a nail upside down. I just wanted to mention that as a little tip, just in case you are having trouble determining which way they're supposed to be applied. So I got pretty lucky and I don't have to file the last 3 nails. The only ones I have to file a little bit because they are slightly big is my thumbnail, and then my index fingernail is just slightly big. I do want to file that one as well. So like I said, it does come with everything that you need to apply them, but it would be a little bit easier if you used a better quality file. So I'm going to be using my 180 grit file. Now these are great for prepping your natural nails, but if you're going to use this to file down the press-on nails, it's going to take a lot longer. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm just filing down anywhere where I think it might be a little bit too big on my natural nail. Now that the press-on nails are all ready to go, I am going to go ahead and prep my natural nails now. I'm starting with pushing back my cuticles with the wooden cuticle pusher provided from the Olive and June nail kit. My cuticles are pushed back. I am going to buff my nails now. And then I'm going to wipe off all of my nails with a alcohol wipe, and this is going to get off the dust from buffing, and then also just cleanse my nails and help dehydrate them to make the press-on nails adhere better and last longer. And now the nails are ready to apply. I'm just going to use the press-on nail glue that was provided in the kit. So I'm just going to squeeze some glue out onto the nail, and then I just kind of like to spread it out using the tip of the glue bottle. You kind of learn over time how much glue you need, but if you do apply too much, then the nails might actually fall off. This is kind of a situation where just because you add more, it doesn't mean they're going to last longer. But also at the same time, if you don't add enough glue, the nails will also fall off early. So you kind of have to find that sweet spot and kind of just figure out how much glue you need for each nail. And over time, you do just kind of get the hang of it, and eventually you'll kind of know and have an idea of how much glue you need to apply the nail. And then I'm just going to press down on the nail. Now, the only thing I don't like about Olive and June press-on nail kits is the glue. I do not like their glue. The only reason I am using their glue today is just for this video, but if I were to apply these off camera, I would probably be using my McCart glue or my Kiss glue. Those two brands I really do love. The Olive and June glue, I just feel like it takes forever to dry. And it also just makes the nails not last as long as they could if I were to use a different glue. And that's really the only main thing that I don't like about the Olive and June press-on nail kits. Other than that, the nails are really good quality. Everything else that comes in the kit is really good. It's just really the glue, honestly. But like I said, I did get these a little while ago, so maybe they have improved their glue by now. So I'm just squeezing out a little bit of glue, spreading it around only where my natural nail is going to touch the press-on nail. So I'm just kind of estimating where my natural nail is going to end. And if you do accidentally get too much glue and it starts to seep out as you're applying the nail, just make sure to clean it up with acetone. Okay, I literally just realized my index fingernail was coming off as I was applying my middle fingernail, just because the glue hasn't dried yet and I have to hold it down longer. So I'm gonna hold these two down together. But that is just, as you can see, that's why I don't like the glue. It just takes so long to dry. And I know some nail glues dry really, really quickly and you barely have enough time to apply the nail. But this one is just the complete opposite, and it just takes forever to apply the nails just because of how long the glue takes to dry. You just kind of want to have it almost, oh, I just dropped that. Okay, let's try this again. Where's the top of the nail so I don't apply it upside down? Okay, here we go. So like I was saying, you just kind of want to apply it almost pushed up against the cuticle, but you don't want to apply it on the cuticle, and you don't want glue getting onto your cuticle because that's not good either. So kind of just as close as you can get it to the cuticle without getting onto the cuticle. And here are the nails. They look so cute. I absolutely love this design. And I am just going to go ahead and apply some of my own cuticle oil because cuticle oil does not come in the kit, which is understandable. I feel like most press-on nails, you don't get cuticle oil unless they're like handmade luxury press-on nails or something like that. And finally, I do want to talk about how long the nails last. So if you're using everything in the kit and only the things in the kit, so none of your own dehydrator, none of your own nail glue or anything like that, if you're just using everything provided in the kit and that's all, they only last like, I would say about a week. I mean, in my experience, because I have worn these nails and used these kits several times before filming this video. They really don't last that long, but if you use your own nail glue, or if Olive and June have improved their nail glue since I got these, they're definitely going to last longer. The only problem is their nail glue, in my opinion. So if you are using your own glue, they probably will last a week and a half to 2 weeks, I would say, depending on your lifestyle and just how your nails are. Everyone's nails are just so different. Like for some people, these nails could last just a few days, and for other people, they might last 3 weeks, you know, like everyone is so different. So it really depends on you and your nails, but nail prep is essential to get them to last. So really, other than that, I do really like the nails, and the nails themselves are really good quality. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!